We think we're not in control. We think we're ruled by our emotions. But look at what you're feeding yourself. Look at what you're consuming. Like, that's gonna make the difference.
What if you could completely change the course of your life? What would you give for that?
Can't stop me now. So I woke up with this kind of like, this feeling that I don't like, this feeling that I'm familiar with, of like, something's wrong, something's a little sick, something's really off. And man, I just started thinking about that, and I didn't have that same jump in my step this morning that I usually had. Didn't have that same motivation, that same attitude, like, let's get it. Let's get out here and grind, get on this bike early, which is why you see the sun coming up behind me, because I was a little slow. And it just reminded me of this time. So part of what I realized is like, I'm not controlling my balance well enough. Getting a little too sucked into Facebook and so on. So it's like balance. After these two things melded together in my head, getting jumped by a group of dudes, then 3 years later getting shot, man, it developed like this dark psychosis for me. And a lot of people can get there, especially when you're dealing with depression and trauma and those kind of things. And for me, what it did is like, I would constantly consume this thing. My mind had this like unquenchable thirst to see this darkness, these things that reminded me of what I saw. Maybe the things came out triumphant, maybe not, but people fighting, people like all this like crazy stuff around violence. And I think for a lot of us, like in times like this, when we start to see this stuff, it's like we don't even realize. Just click, 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 and we're 10 videos in, we're 12 articles deep in all this negativity, and that stuff eats your soul. That stuff isn't here to play around with you. That stuff will take you deeper and deeper and deeper into the darkness. So it's like, you gotta be careful with that. Keep your eyes open. Don't shut your eyes. It's like, for me, I had to drown myself in positivity. I had to drown myself. I was like, because I was already drowning in the negative thing. I was drowning in that dark psychosis, feeding myself. It's like, there's this old story, American Indian parable about these two wolves. One I think is like fear, the other one is courage. It's like grandfather's telling his grandsons are like, which wolf won? And he's like, whichever wolf you feed. And I love that. And partially just because sometimes we think we're not in control. We think we're ruled by our emotions. But look at what you're feeding yourself. Look at what you're consuming. Like, that's gonna make the difference. We have control. So look, if you're consuming too much coronavirus, you're consuming too much politics, strife, all this kind of stuff, and consume something different. Read a book, watch some videos. I'm not just talking about like some cat videos. I'm talking about watch some videos of some people in their lives really taking it to the next level. Really kind of like getting all they can out of this life. Loving people well. Just like growing their mindset. That kind of stuff. Because that's what we should be doing right now. We should be loving people well and growing your mindset. So it's like, don't get sucked in by all this. Don't let the dark psychosis overtake you. Fight, fight, fight. Let's go.
Thank you so much for watching. If this added value to your life, please consider sharing through text message or social media with somebody else. That would really mean a lot to me. Also subscribe to the channel for more videos. Peace and love. All we have is today.